A very good afternoon. I'm Dr. Nazneen Ahmed, Assistant Professor, Department of Philosophy, Dispur College. Today I'm going to talk on the topic Theories of Punishment. This topic comes under BA third semester major students. The paper is Ethics and the paper code is 3036. So before knowing the different theories of punishment, we must know what is punishment, or when a man is punished. What are the circumstances when a man is punished? So in answering these questions, we come to the topic moral evil. What is moral evil? Moral evil consists in voluntary violation of the moral law. So there is a moral law in ethics. We got to know the moral law. A moral law is something which helps us to differentiate between what is good and what is bad. So basically moral evil is bad action, or we can say wrong action. So this moral law is regarded as vice when it is considered as the stains of character. So vice, we know that it's a negative word. The opposite of vice is virtue. Virtue means excellence of character. So vice is something which is stain of character. It is something which is demerit, which is demerit in someone's character or in someone's behavior. So moral evil again is regarded as sin when it is willful violation of duties. It is regarded as crime when it is an offense against society. So we can see the moral evil, which is vice in someone's character, which is demerits of character. The same moral law evil is sin, which means the violation of duties. When we violate our duties, like duties in religion or duties against our parents, then it is regarded to be sin. Again, it is regarded as crime when it is an offense against society. So we can see a different distinction between sin and crime. All crimes are regarded to be sin, but not all sins are crime. For example, telling lies is a sin, but stealing is a crime. We cannot punish a man for telling lies until and unless it is very harmful for a person, for a society. But stealing is a crime. It is condemned. Also, it is punishable. So, sins are condemned by society, but crimes are punishable offense. So, this brings us to punishment. What is punishment? A crime is ought to be punished. One who suffers wrong is not degraded. His soul is not hurt by it, but one who does wrong lowers himself in the scale of moral perfection. So there is a scale of moral perfection. When we do something wrong, then it degrades us, it degrades our character in the scale of moral perfection. A man is rewarded for his good deeds. Similarly, a man should be punished for his evil deeds. For example, when someone does something good, then he is praised for it, and he is sometimes given reward for it. Similarly, when men do something bad for the society, then he is punished, and he ought to be punished. A criminal has voluntarily violated the moral law, which is recognized by the society. He has deliberately broken the moral law. The majesty, dignity, and authority of the moral law demand that he ought to be punished. Wrongness of the act is brought home to the criminal by punishing him. This is ethical justification of punishment. So punishment is not a new process. It is as old as time, we can say, because men are living in a society or group of different people. Men are always living in a group. A man cannot live alone. He has to live with a group of society. So in such group, there is often crime is committed, and so to have a society run smoothly, punishment should be there. So we cannot say that punishment is a new process. It is as old as time, we can say. For a society to run smoothly, we must need punishment. So there are different theories of punishment. These theories are also very old. We cannot say that these theories are newly developed. They are also as old as time. So there are three important theories of punishment. Let us have a look. Three principal theories have been put forward to justify punishment. They are known as the preventive theory of punishment, the reformative theory of punishment, and the retributive theory of punishment. So let us see what is the preventive or the deterrent theory of punishment. So by the name itself, we can say preventive or deterrent. Preventive means we are preventing someone from committing some kind of offense. According to this theory, the aim of punishment is to prevent others from committing similar offenses. A criminal is punished to be made an example of to prevent others from committing similar offenses. So, preventive theory, what they do in preventive theory, a criminal is punished as an example. The preventive theory sets an example for other members of the society that if you commit the similar crime, then you will punish similarly. So preventive theory, the main characteristic of preventive theory is that it is very rigid and it sets an example. So the preventive theory does not regard criminal as a means. The preventive theory regards criminal as a means, not as an end. This theory accepts capital punishment and it is extremely rigid. So in preventive theory, the criminal is not regarded as an end but as a means for others, a means to set an example, not for the members of the society, not to commit similar crimes. So these are the characteristics of preventive theory of punishment. Preventive theory, as I have already told, it is very rigid in character. So preventive theory also accepts capital punishment. Capital punishment means death penalty. Preventive theory is also very old. People are performing preventive theory of punishment. It is very old in society and it is also very harsh. So there is a famous dictum in preventive theory of punishment. The famous dictum, let us see what it is. You are not punished for stealing sheep, but in order that sheep may not be stolen. So I have already told that preventive theory, what it does, it regards criminal as a means. It regards criminal as an example. You are not punished for stealing sheep. A criminal is not only punished for stealing the sheep, but he is punished that in future no more sheep may be stolen in the society. So preventive theory does not regard the criminal as an end but as a means that no more such offenses are committed in the future. But there are various criticism of preventive theory. For example, preventive theory is not acceptable because it regards criminal as a means, not an end. A man is an end in himself. He should not be used as a means for the good of any other person. A person should not be punished merely for the benefit of others. So the preventive theory does not go well with today's humanitarian rights. So it regards man as a means, but in today's humanitarian rights, we cannot regard man as a means. We cannot use the man for the benefits of others. So preventive theory is not acceptable in this point. Again, the purpose of the theory is to deter potential criminals. It may make the punishment more severe, acting on the assumption that the more severe the punishment, the greater is the deterrent effect. Thus, the theory tends to be cruel theory, for the punishment may not be in proper proportion to the crime. So, preventive theory, it is also a drawback. It can be sometimes be very cruel because it's rigid in character, it is harsh in character, and it also accepts capital punishment. So preventive theory, we cannot accept it in our present day society. Next, we come to the reformative theory of punishment. So the next theory is reformative theory of punishment. By its name, it suggests that it gives the criminal a chance to reform. So let us look what is the reformative theory of punishment. According to this theory, the aim of punishment is to educate or reform the offender himself. This theory is commonly accepted at the present time because it is harmony with humanitarian sentiments of the age. This theory does not punish a criminal for the good of the society, but for his own good. This theory does not treat criminal as a means, rather as an end in himself. So the reformative theory of punishment gives a chance to the criminal. Sometimes crimes are committed in some kind of mental pressure or in some situation where the criminal afterwards feel guilty of the crime which he has committed. So reformative theory gives a chance for the criminal to change himself. The aim of punishment, the aim of this kind of punishment is to educate or reform the offender himself. So reformative theory is very flexible in character. It does not accept capital punishment because if it gives death penalty, then there will be no chance of reformation. And it also does not work for the good of society, but for the good of the criminal himself. So reformative theory goes very well with today's humanitarian sentiments, and in present time reformative theory is accepted by many countries. But still there are many drawbacks of reformative theory of punishment. The main drawback of reformative theory of punishment is that there is no guarantee that a criminal can be reformed. If punishment can reform the offender, it serves its purpose well, but punishment does not always reform an offender. Sometimes it hardens a criminal in criminal habits. Some crimes are deliberately committed by persons which are not necessarily under adverse pecuniary or social conditions. So in reformative theory, we cannot give the guarantee that a criminal may be reformed. We can educate him, we can try to reform him, but we cannot always guarantee that he, after serving his sentence, he will be a normal human being. In cases of serial killers, or in some cases of rape, we cannot give guarantee that he, by coming out of the prison, he will not commit such crimes. So in the major drawback of reformative theory of punishment, that there is no guarantee that criminal can be reformed. Next, the last theory, that is called the retributive theory of punishment. So what is a retributive theory of punishment? According to this theory, punishment is an act of justice. The primary aim of punishment is retribution. The theory is based on the passion of revenge. It is based on the dictum, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. So retributive theory is again very harsh in character. It is very rigid. Retributive theory, this dictum, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. This dictum is from Bible. This comes from the Bible, Old Testaments. So this theory is basically based on the passion of revenge. If you took my eye, then I will also take out your eye. If you took my tooth, then I will also take out your tooth. This is the dictum of retributive theory. So it's based on the passion of revenge. So retributive theory, but we have seen that there are two types of retributive theory. Number one is rigoristic form, and the number two is mollified form. So though retributive theory is very harsh in character, in its rigoristic form it's very harsh, it is rigid, it accepts capital punishment, it depends on the passion of revenge. But in mollified form of retributive theory, it's a little bit flexible. It also keeps in mind the surroundings or the character or the environment in which the crime is committed. It also keeps in mind the character of the offense, or the when the crime is committed, the age of the criminal. All these are kept in mind while punishing the criminal. But retributive theory, there are many drawbacks because retributive theory is based on the idea of revenge. So it is very unethical in character, because revenge is never a positive word. Revenge will always be a negative word. So its main point is revenge. So we cannot accept retributive theory. In this theory, it is difficult to decide the intensity of punishment for the crime. This theory did not justifies crime like rape, kidnapping, murder, etc. This theory is against the present day humanitarian rights. Because in retributive theory, the main aim of retributive theory is revenge. If someone hurts a person, the person has the full right to hurt him the way he was hurt. But we cannot always accept it, because in case of rape or in case of kidnapping, even in case of murder, this type of punishment is not at all acceptable. So retributive theory is unethical. It sometimes not justify the crime, and it is also does not go well with today's present day humanitarian rights.